So, what even is race?
It's an illusion. So when I say race is an illusion, I don't mean racism isn't real. I mean the biological categories people treat as obvious. They're mostly just a story, and the science backs it up. Humans are 99.9% identical at the DNA level. Skin color, the thing that most people use to sort people into categories, is controlled by only a handful of genes. 1 out of 20,000. So we built an entire social system around roughly 0.01% of your DNA. Great system, very normal. But it gets worse. There is more genetic diversity inside of Africa than between other continents combined, meaning two people from different African ethnic groups can be more genetically farther apart than a Nigerian and a Norwegian. But sure, same race, right? If race were strictly biological, the categories would be stable, but they're not even close. Irish, Italian, and Jewish people were not considered white in America for a long stretch of history. Then one day they were. No genetic event occurred, nobody evolved over a weekend. The line just moved because someone decided they wanted it to. The US Census has changed its racial categories nearly every decade since it has run. You cannot update biology with a government form.
Well, I've done all I can do.
Race as a formal category was largely invented in the 1600s to justify why some humans could be owned and others couldn't. They called it natural, and they wrote it into law. And we've been treating it like biology ever since. The effects of race are real, obviously, but there's a difference between a system that's real and a system that's biological. Race is one of the most powerful forces in human history, and it just turns out the biological foundation that people assumed was there is just in a handful of skin genes, and a story told long enough that nobody checked. So is race even real? As biology? Barely. As something humans invented, enforced, and built the modern world around? Yeah, very real. But that's the uncomfortable truth to sit with.